Hello. Let's talk today about reported speech. Let me assume you've already learned some general information about it. I'll remind. Reported speech is when you say somebody else about what you or another person said before. Distinction must be made between direct speech and reported speech. Direct speech, reported speech. She says, I like tuna fish. She says that she likes tuna fish. She said, I'm visiting Paris next weekend. She said that she was visiting Paris the following weekend. When you use reported speech, you either report statements, questions, requests, orders, or other types. Let's focus today on reported questions. First, when transforming questions, use the same rules as in reported statements. Check whether you have to transform pronouns, tenses, backshift, and time or place expressions. First, pronouns. In reported speech, you often have to change the pronoun depending on who says what. Example: she says, my dad likes roast chicken. She says that her dad likes roast chicken. Second, tenses. If the sentence starts in the present, there is no backshift of tenses in reported speech. Note, however, that you might have to change the form of the present tense verb, third person singular. Example: he says, I write English poems. He says that he writes English poems. If the sentence starts in the past, there is often backshift of tenses in reported speech. Example: he said, I'm happy. He said that he was happy. Second, remember that time, demonstratives, and place expressions change if the context of the reported speech is different from that of the direct statement. Look at the following table. Direct speech, reported speech, time expressions: today, that day, now, then, yesterday, the day before, some days ago, some days before, last week, the week before, next year, the following year, tomorrow, the next day, the following day. Place: here, there. Demonstratives: this, that, these, those. Well, finally, when transforming a question into a reported question, use question words when, where, how, or if, whether, depending on the type of the question. Yes/no question or special question. Let's look at the following examples. Yes/no questions. Ask plus if/whether clause. Direct speech, reported speech. Present indefinite. He asked, do you want to dance? He asked if I wanted to dance. Present continuous. He asked, are you going to the shop? He asked if I was going to the shop. Past indefinite. He asked, did you watch the latest film He asked if I had watched the latest film. Present perfect. He asked, has John arrived? He asked if John had arrived. Past continuous. He asked, were you going to the gym? He asked if I had been going to the gym. Present perfect continuous. He asked, have you been going to the gym? He asked if I had been going to the gym. Future indefinite. He said, I will go to school. He said that he would go to school. Modal verbs. Can. He asked, can I help you? He asked if he could help me. Will. He asked, will you have lunch with me? He asked if I would have lunch with him. Must. He asked, must I do the shopping? He asked if he had to do the shopping. Remember to use the normal word order in reported questions. That is, the subject comes before the verb, and there is no need to use do, does, or did. Remember, normal word order. Where does Peter live? She asked him where Peter lived. No need for do, does, or did. Well, I think you follow along the rule. And now let's move on to the special questions. Look at the following table of examples. Special questions. Questions. Ask or another verb like ask plus question word plus clause. Present indefinite. He asked, how are you? He asked how I was. Present continuous. He asked, where are you going? He asked where I was going. Past indefinite. He asked, whom did you call? He asked whom I had called. Present perfect. He asked, where have you been? He asked where I had been. Past continuous. He asked, what were you doing? He asked what I had been doing. Present perfect continuous. He asked, what have you been doing? He asked what I had been doing. Now it's time to practice. Follow the examples and report the questions. Use the words wonder, want to know, ask. Report the questions. Example. Do you like R&B? They wondered if I liked R&B. What are you doing here? She wondered what I was doing there. Will it rain tomorrow? Yesterday he asked me if it would rain today. Why didn't Nick go to New York last summer? Yesterday, Nancy wanted to know why Nick hadn't gone to New York the summer before. Must I do my homework this afternoon Yesterday, Barbara asked me if she had to do her homework that afternoon. Did Max fly to London 2 weeks ago? Yesterday, Linda wanted to know if Max had flown to London 2 weeks before. When did you come? Betty wanted to know when I had come. When can we have dinner? She asked. When they could have dinner. Is he busy now? He wondered whether he was busy then. How much pocket money does Lisa get? Frank wanted to know how much pocket money Lisa got. Where does Maria park her car? Ronald asked me. Where Maria parked her car. Well done! I hope you found that useful, and I'll see you again. Goodbye for now, and good luck!